Operating in the property market can be a nightmare to navigate, especially when you've just started investing in it. We speak to Lebo Gunguluza, successful property entrepreneur who shares his experience and advice to help you get started.
Well, property investment is something that you need to try and teach yourself at a young age if there's an opportunity to do so. That's why you find that successful property investors started early, and I think it's you try and do it even with your children, you get them involved. But I think the basic form is obviously to find a property that's affordable, and then you try and acquire it through the bank, and then you then start renting out it to tenants, and then the tenants will then obviously are the ones that will sustain you. But I think there's a bigger opportunity, because those ones that you involve tenants on, you get your money only once a month, and you're looking for opportunities that go to once a month. Hence, I got involved in the hotel side, where people sort of like pay you every day, and so guest house is another opportunity where you can really just get involved in opportunities of hospitality. So which is where I ended up.
But what and where are the risks involved in property investment?
Obviously, the biggest one is the investments that you make. Sometimes you'll make the wrong investment where you thought that this is a perfect location, and you build some property where you are wanting to rent out tenants, maybe for accommodation for students, let me make an example like that, or a mall, or an office block, and then you find that the traction is not there. You fixed this property, you acquired it, you're now waiting for tenants to come on board and adopt, and there's no one who comes who likes this property, maybe because of location. And then the second one is obviously defaults. Most tenants would start thinking that they're going to do successfully in their businesses, or whoever was staying got a job and got fired. So in that way, then you lose that revenue, because now they can't pay you.
From your personal experience, what have been some of the tactics you've applied?
Well, I tried to first get an uptake to make sure that there's a guaranteed client that's going to take on the property for a couple of years. So you get anchor tenants to some extent if you are running a hotel. So you make sure that your occupancy is very, very high. So you try and get deals with other stakeholders to be party to your program, so that it's a long-term program. So you reduce the risk of being exposed to defaults. So that's usually the challenges that one can protect themselves against, but it's all about long-term thinking. So you have to plan long-term, and then make sure that there's backup after backup after backup. And obviously location is critical, so you always have to make sure that even if it's expensive, but try and get the prime spot, so that you don't have issues of adoption in terms of your property space.
Hello my cousins, I'm Barry Hilton, and you are watching Joburg Today.